Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this week's Thursday night free class. I welcome you if you are a replay watcher on either my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me and watching it after the live. We would have been here on time. However, my assistant, who has been doing this for quite some time, forgot to hit the go live button. I don't know. So anyway, tonight we are going to be making two different cards. Hi, Charlene. How are you this evening?
Hilda Massey is on YouTube tonight.
Hi, Hilda. You're on YouTube. Hi, Karen. You're on Facebook. So welcome, everybody. I'm hoping that a few more people show up tonight. I've got a really fun project, but we're going to do a simple Christmas card that I learned how to do at my Stamping Up Kansas City meeting a couple weeks ago. For our second project, though, we are going to be using the Joy of Christmas paper, and it is really pretty. And I also love the Joyful paper because it's kind of got some glitter in it. So we're going to set that aside, and we're going to start off making a real simple fun fold card. Okay, so it opens up like this and then like this. Now I kind of tweaked mine a little bit. This was taught by a fellow demonstrator, Davida Lemke. Hi, Pat. Hello, Cherie. Welcome. So I've just kind of done mine in a little bit different style than what she did hers in. Be sure to stay tuned until the very end because I have a couple of, hi Beverly, a couple of projects that I've been working on the last week for Christmas ideas that I would like to share with you all. So the stamps that we're using tonight, the Christmas classics, and we're using the Deck the Halls as well as the Bow branch. My assistant, Dorothy, always laughs whenever I says bow. She thinks it's something else. Oh, I know, Charlene. I hate the time change, too. It has really messed with my sleeping. Then we are also using the Stars at Night because I want to use this Merry Christmas. And then we are using the trees from the Very Cute. So we are using 3 different stamp sets tonight for this one card. We are using the paper that is called Walk in the Wild, I believe. It's kind of a hidden gem in the mini catalog because it doesn't have a stamp set that goes with it. Yeah, Walk in the Forest. And you can find that on page 5 of the mini catalog. But it's got the bear, and it's got stripes and holly. So it's a really nice, traditional type of a Christmas paper, and I really like that.
Anna's on tonight on YouTube.
Hi, Anna on YouTube. Welcome. Oh, before I forget, because I will liable to forget, these are the 2 cards that we made last week. This is a little gift box, and it has a belly band on it. And it does slide off there. Then you open it up, and you have the inside greeting, but it's also a little box that you can put treats in. So I tried it out today, and you know those little Debbie brownies? Those fit in here really nice. I think probably if you kind of folded over a hot chocolate packet, you could fit one of those in here along with one of those chocolate spoons that you can get. So there's a lot of different things that you can put in this little gift box just to give to somebody. You could even just put it in a gift or put a gift card in there if you want to, and it would shake and they'd be wondering what was in there. Then the other one that we made was using the, anyway, it's the polar bear paper. And you opened it up like this, and then there is a gift card envelope that we decorated. So, drum roll, please. The winner.
Wait.
Oh, wait. I have to wait.
Wait. I have a perfect thing for this tonight.
Okay. The winner of these two is Cherie. So congratulations, Cherie. You won last week's projects. Okay. All right. So let's go on and get this card done because I am just so excited about the next project that we're going to do. All right. So let me get my measurements here. Where did I put my notes at? Here they are.
And it says, congratulations to the winner.
Yes. I want to thank all of you. I haven't got it posted yet, but I did. I am at level 1 for the year in my sales. So without all of my wonderful customers, I could not have achieved that from Stampin' Up. Saturday is our on stage, which is like our convention. Last year I was able to attend in person. This year, they're not having an in-person one. They're having it online. And so I have a little badge that I get to put on my Facebook page and all that. I just haven't had a chance to do that. Okay, so these are our pieces. Now, like I said, I did kind of alter mine a little bit. So I have a piece of cardstock that measures 5.5 by 8.5. And then you cut it, 1 3/4 by 4.5. So let me show you. Let me grab my trimmer and kind of give you an idea of how this is cut. So this is our normal card base, 5.5 by 8.5. You then put this into your trimmer and you measure over, yes, 3 inches. Okay, so I'm putting my paper at the 3-inch mark up here at the top, and I'm going to start from the bottom, and I just cut it up to my score line, which is at 4 inches. All right, then you rotate your paper around and you line it up at 4 1/4 inches, and you slice that score line. So I would have cut like this. So then I have this piece, which is left over, but I also have a piece that came from this that I then trimmed down. Okay, so I trimmed this down to 1 3/4 by 4 1/4, and then you score a little tab at a 1/2 inch. Okay, easy enough. Okay, then I have a piece of old olive. This is garden green, is my card base. The old olive is 2 3/4 by 4 inches, and that's going to lay right on top of this. Then I have a piece of my designer series paper, and this measures out at 2.5 by 3 3/4, and that's going to lay down on here. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll put those 3 pieces together so that that's all done. And I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. And I looked and I couldn't find my silicone mat before we went live, and then I found it. So happy because Dorothy was going to let me borrow hers, but she kind of puts a ball and chain on it because she doesn't think I return her property.
I think you used my mat and didn't return my mat.
No, I didn't. She has lost a little mat
that I can't get again.
That she can't buy again because it went to the Stamparatus, And she accused me, that I took it. And I haven't taken it because I have my own.
Ladies,
Okay.
y'all knew the struggle.
So there I've got my DSP laid down on my old olive. And now we're going to place this piece down on our garden green flap. So this is going to get laid down just like this. So you do have a small border around it. Okay. So that's pretty much the easy part. Now you have a piece of basic white cardstock that measures 4 by 5 1/4. And you see this little piece right here? Well, that is going to get attached to the back of your white piece. So it's going to look kind of like this. Okay. So I'm just going to lay this down, and you're just going to kind of eyeball this for the center. Okay. You know that I am not perfect. I've never claimed to be perfect, because there is no such thing as being perfect. Now this piece is going to get laid down inside here, but we're going to work on this without it being on our card. So I have to put a new blade in my paper trimmer because it's not cutting my paper very good. But I find sometimes that some of my designer paper, the white core will come out. Yes, Anna, my fingernail color this week is purple.
She says they're very pretty.
So thank you very much. All right, so now this little teeny tiny piece is 2 inches by 1.5 inch. That is going to get laid down right here on our little flap, okay? It's not going to go all the way over. However, if you wanted to make it go all the way over, you certainly could. And because I want to make sure that I have wiggle room, cut aluminum foil. Okay, I will try that. I usually just replace my blades. They're not, I always keep blades on hand. All right, so now I'm going to lay this little teeny tiny piece right here, giving myself a little bit of a border on the end. Then on the inside, I'm going to lay this piece down, doing the same thing. This is really a cool card that you can do with the designer series paper that coordinates so well together on the back sides. And you can do this for just about any occasion. When I get done with this, I'm going to show you one that Dorothy made using another package of designer series paper, and it turned out really, really cute. All right, so now that we have our designer series paper on there, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and stamp our trees. And I should have done that before I applied my green paper, but that's okay. We can get it done. I sort of kind of got ahead of myself, I think. All right, where did I put it? There it is. Because I do need to stamp off, and I need my mat. All right, so for the trees, I am using old olive, and I took the inside part of the tree, and I'm going to stamp off once, and then I'm going to stamp it down here towards the bottom. Okay, then what I'm going to do is take the outline of the tree, which doesn't look very straight there, so we're going to lay it down on this so that I get it nice and straight on my block. And we're going to use full strength for this one. Hi, Cindy. Welcome tonight. It's been a long time since you've been on live with us. So welcome, welcome. Okay. So we are going to stamp our outline of our tree right there. Now I know, there it is. I could have used my, yes, that kind of paper. What is it called? Masking paper. I couldn't remember. But I decided I would just take a Post-it note, and that's all I did was take a Post-it note, stamp my image on it, and then I fussy cut it out. Y'all know how much I love to fussy cut, right? All right, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp another tree up here so that it kind of goes above my center. So there's my second tree. We're going to do the same thing with our outline piece. Okay. We're going to leave our mask on there because we're going to do a third tree. So we're going to come back in, stamp off once. And our third tree, I'm going to bring down just a tad bit so that they're not all just sitting in a row. So how many of you do masking? Do you, and if you do it, do you find that it's easy or difficult? I'm really trying to look at this and trying to line it up straight. Okay, so there is our third tree. I can now pick up my mask, and it looks like those two trees are sitting behind my front one. Yay, I did that great. Okay, those stamps I am done with. All right, now let's stamp our Merry Christmas, and I am using the old olive ink for that, and that's going to get stamped right over here, and it will leave you some space that you can write your own little personal note. Okay, now this Merry Christmas is a little bit, it's meant to be crooked. The Christmas is, it's kind of like it's going up. Okay, so it's not crooked. I didn't stamp it crooked. That's the way the stamp is. Shouldn't believe me. All right, while we've got our ink out, we are going to also see on the inside of this, I did some of those branches. So we're going to do some of those branches.
Anna does masking and she thinks it's easy, and Cindy does it too, and she thinks it's easy.
It is. Sometimes I have trouble with it because I think I make it harder than it really is.
And Karen hasn't done it for a while, but she thinks she needs to.
So here is my branch. And we're going to use the old olive again. This is just using one ink color, ladies. Stamp it off, and I'm going to stamp my branches. There is no rhyme or reason because I don't like to make two cards the same. So there is our branches. And then I have the little words that says to you and yours that I want to add. Boughs, that's what I said. Boughs is the correct term, Dorothy. And I am going to put to you and yours right here on my little circle. And maybe I got my branches too far in. We'll see what it looks like. Okay, nope, that shows up pretty good, don't y'all think? Okay, so that's for our inside. Now we're going to use the stamp Deck the Halls, and that's going to go on the other circle that I have. These were punched out of the 2-inch circle punch, or 2 3/4, I don't know. let's see what size is this. Yes, it's the 2-inch circle punch. You can use a die. You can use whatever shape you want. And then I'm going to just put deck the halls. There we go. And I'm not putting anything else on the front of this because I think that it would just get too busy then on the front with our different designer papers. So we're all done with our ink. Close that up before I have a mess. All right, we are going to attach. This is the, what is the name of this punch? It's a decorative circle punch. It's in the annual catalog, but it's got like little scallops around it. So we're going to attach our basic white circles. My assistant is looking up the name.
Decorative circle.
It's called the decorative circle. Imagine that. Oh, looky there. We're going to have to fix that. Yeah, no, I didn't do the wrong side, but I have a piece of, or I have a little bit of ink. So we're going to fix it. I'm going to lay it on my silicone mat because I already have glue on it. This is an easy fix. Okay, so we are going to just put this piece of paper on the side here, and I am just going to stamp off and put a bough branch there. So, see there? And because we don't want it to look odd, we're going to put another branch over here. See? So, it doesn't look so bad. You can't really see it. All good. I'll even be nice and give you the one that I didn't mess up, and I'll keep this one because I can give it to somebody that doesn't see very well, like me. All right. Now I have to add a little bit of glue that's going to be wet to my my garden green decorative circle. I know. See, it's good fix. You can always fix a mistake. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this one. So, is everybody going somewhere or having Thanksgiving at your house? We are just going to spend a very quiet day. I'm not cooking. I have Chuck doing the cooking. He's going to make us either a chicken pot pie or a turkey pot pie. And then we're going to have some kind of a salad. And then, of course, pumpkin custard and pumpkin pie with lots of whipped cream.
I don't like pumpkin pie. Why does Dad just skip the pie part and just give me the custard?
Because I do like pumpkin pie. So who likes pumpkin pie and who likes just the pumpkin custard?
Pumpkin custard.
Okay, let's have a vote here. Everybody vote on, give me a comment. Okay.
It's the custard. The custard's what makes it's the custard.
No, it's not the custard.
Who wants the dried out pie crust?
You're having yours at your house for 9 people. Well, my days of having it, Karen likes pumpkin pie. Ha ha.
Okay, Karen, I'm not going to meet you again for your paper.
I don't know.
Hilda likes pumpkin pie. Hilda, I thought we were besties.
See, pumpkin pie wins out.
Oh my gosh. Somebody
pumpkin
has to
pie.
Like custard.
You do.
I love custard. Anna says I'm cooking and it's just my daughter's here. And she votes pumpkin pie.
Well,
oh man.
We I don't know, we don't do a great big Thanksgiving dinner anymore. I have told my mom, I said, I don't have to prove to anybody anymore that I can cook because I used to cook Thanksgiving dinner all the time. I don't know. A lot has changed since my dad died. Noah's not home. So it's just kind of I mean, I know what Thanksgiving is all about and I am thankful for things, but as far as having a great big dinner, I don't need to eat that much food. So
Hilda says she doesn't like custard, but the custard's the part of the pie, just minus the crust.
That's true. That's true. So I am going to put on some Winkostella
Oh, my favorite.
on my trees. So Jason, your son, is doing the turkey, Karen, and then you're just doing the sides. Well, that sounds like fun. Well, then, seeing
Yeah.
we don't have Audrey on Thanksgiving. We don't get her. Hi, Mary. Welcome tonight. It's been a while since you've been on live with us. And you don't like either. You don't like pumpkin. So Audrey's with her dad this year for Thanksgiving Day. And so usually when she's home, if she's home with us, then we will put on a big dinner. I mean, we'll fix more than just.
We'll do an actual turkey.
Yeah, we'll do an actual turkey and the sides. Yeah, the traditional sides. But
just small portions.
Yeah. Okay.
But when she's not home, it's more like.
Well, when she's not home and Gilbert works, that's only 4 of us home. I don't feel like cooking a big dinner for 4 of us. Okay, so now that is our inside. Now let's do our outside. So what we're going to do now is we are going to put this all down, and we're going to kind of place our decorative circle to where it's covering just a little bit of that designer series paper, and you can't see the corners. Now, here's a little hint. If you still see the corners of your paper, cut them off. No one's going to be able to tell. Okay. So I'm going to flip this over, and I kind of know where I need to place this. So it's going to be all glued down here. Hello, Diane. Yes, Diane, if I could do Thanksgiving like we used to, then yes, it would be Thanksgiving. It hasn't been a real Thanksgiving since we quit having it with my aunt and uncle from Indiana, and Diane is my cousin. And so yes, they used to come down every year. We would do Thanksgiving, and then after we ate dinner, we would open Christmas presents because we didn't see them at Christmas. So if you have your corners that are sticking past, let me show you a little trick. You just take your little scissors there and you just clip off those little corners. No problem. Can't see them. Good all around. Now we're going to take this one, and Mary, you're going to your daughter's house. And you've cooked for years. Yes. I know the feeling. And I hope, beyond hope, and I think I'm going to have to fix this. Of course I am, because my greeting is sideways. Because this lovely decorative punch has a certain way that you have to, we're going to kind of do some surgery here. I'm going to tear this off so that it's not so bulky. Anyway, these have their, let's see, the little scallops, well, they match up. And if you don't match them up, and we're just going to start from fresh, okay?
I was going to say, can't you just get another piece of paper?
We're just going to start from scratch and get another piece. It's not a problem. So,
I mean, it's just paper. It's not like
it's just paper. It's not like it's,
a gold star from your teacher for reading 5 books.
You can just use scraps anyway, so it's no big deal. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's got a sticky on the back of it. I don't want to use that. We can use this. Get some garden green out. We just need a scratch piece of garden green. Now let me find my punches. Got my decorative punch here. Here's my circle punch. I was working on our cards for next week, ladies. I got one designed, and it is so cute. Oh, I got to tell y'all what's happened. So since I started Stampin' Up, I've had my address out on Google as a business since 2021. Never had anybody contact me through Google Business. But a few weeks ago, I think it was like on Dorothy's birthday or somewhere, we were celebrating her birthday. And Chuck comes in and he says, "You got somebody outside um, wanting Stampin' Up." I said, "Oh, okay." So I went out, and this woman had drove from Waynesville, which is about, I don't know, an hour and a half or so, maybe from my house. And she said, "I'm here to pick up product." And I said, "Okay." I said, "And what is your name?" And so she told me, and I thought, I don't know this person. I don't have any product for her. She had looked me up on Google, and it said that I had rubber stamps. I do have rubber stamps. I said, "Well, I am so sorry." I said, I don't have inventory." I said, "I'm just a catalog sales." She says, "Oh, well, that's okay." So I said, "Would you like a catalog?" And she said, "Sure, that'd be great." Well, I didn't have any big catalogs. So I gave her one of the mini catalogs, and I told her that I would mail her a big one when I got one ordered. So that was a couple weeks ago. I've got the catalog. It just came in, and I'll send it to her. And so then yesterday, I got a phone call. Oops, look what I did. That's okay though, because you have some dark, some light. I was talking, and I get this phone call, and she says, "Do you make personalized rubber stamps?" And I said, "No, I don't." I said, "I sell Stampin' Up." And she says, "Oh, I've never heard of that." And I says, "Well, of course, it's a company that I make greeting cards." And she goes, "Oh, okay." She goes, "Well, do you know anybody that can do a personalized rubber stamp within 48 hours?" And I said, "No, ma'am, I'm sorry. I don't know anybody that can do that." And I thought, good luck finding that. So that's two people now in the last month that have looked me up on Google Businesses and found me. Um, it is kind of a scary thought that they have my address and my phone number, but that's okay. I mean, it is a business, and so I have to contend with it. So what I'm doing now, ladies, is I am trying to match up my scallops. So there I've got them matched up. Um, what I didn't do was I didn't get my paper all the way over here, but that's okay because it's the garden green. You can't really tell here at the bottom. Not going to worry about it, okay? So now we are going to put glue all over this one, okay? And when you do this with this decorative circle, remember that you're doing it back to back, so you're going to have to use, it's going to be like upside down. I consider we have the right side and the wrong side. So when you punch it out of the punch, you're going to have two, the right side is going to go to the wrong side. Does that make sense? Okay. So there is that. Now we can put our greeting on that and it'll be straight. Okay. See, I get to talking too much and then I lose track of what I'm doing. Okay. So there we go. There is our greeting on the inside. There it is on the outside. And we have some of the little gold adhesive back star trinkets from the mini catalog. I'm not sure if these are in stock again. or not. I haven't checked lately. So we're going to put some stars on our Christmas trees. And we're just going to use little tiny ones, and it just kind of adds something to the top of those. And they're not really that big, so they're not big and bulky. This one I got a little bit over farther than what I did on my example one, but it's okay. And then this one, there we go. And you still have room to write. So Beverly, you're taking the train on the 17th and you're going to New Mexico. Oh, how fun. Oh, you're off to fold laundry? Well, Diane, bring the laundry in and watch me while you're folding laundry. Multitask, girl. I know you can. You've got lots of kids, or had lots of kids. Okay, so there is our first card. Now, if you chose to, you could put other embellishments on here if you wanted to. But I thought it looked kind of nice just plain like this with the gold. Okay, so that is card number 1. Let me put these away so that they don't get lost. No, Karen, you're kidding. Oh my goodness. Well, I seen that you had ordered it. Well, let me fill you all in on something, because we've been having this issue with the inventory. What happened was during COVID and all the shipping crisis and all of that stuff, Stampin' Up! Tried to determine how much product they would sell when their mini catalogs came out. Well, some products sold really well, while other products that they thought would sell didn't. So now they have got a warehouse full of products that you can see out on the clearance aisle or the clearance rack that they're having to take a loss at because they're selling it below cost. So they're being a little bit more cautious with their ordering, but I think they're being a little bit too cautious. Because I know that as customers, I would be very frustrated if a brand new set that had just been debuted, that just came out on the 7th, which is the new online exclusive, everybody, and that Meandering Meadows is already out of stock. We're still waiting on some of the Christmas stuff to come back in stock. So I am very sorry, but as a demonstrator, I can't do anything about it. I'm just as frustrated as all of my customers. Okay, so I promised you that I would show you another card using that same card layout. So here is the one that Dorothy designed using the astronaut star planet. What's the name of this paper?
Space paper.
The space paper. Okay. So this is the this is a birthday card that she made that turned out really cute. Same card layout, stargazing paper. Same layout, different paper, and yet they both look really amazing. Okay. All right. So that is card number 1. Are you ready to see what I kind of gave you a hint of what we were making tonight? This is a little treat box. Now, I don't know where I have been, but this was shown by Lisa DiMatteo, who is the paper pixie. And girls, I think she is fabulous as a creator. So if you've never watched her, I won't get my feelings hurt if you go out and watch her. But don't be surprised if I case some of her stuff, because she is wonderful at making boxes and different little treat bags and all of that stuff. So she is just really amazing. Anyway, in 2021, I believe it was, maybe it was 2017, I can't remember. Anyway, she made this treat box, and it's for the mug treats made by Betty Crocker. They even have topping, frosting to put on this, okay? I didn't know these existed. I didn't know that. Okay, so anyway, I found these at the Walmart in Camdenton. The Osage Beach Walmart did not have them. They may have just been sold out, but they didn't have them. I'm glad I bought 2 boxes.
Is that what we're gonna have tonight for dessert?
No, I'm using those for Christmas gifts. So this is the one that I made. And this one used the Joy of Christmas paper and the very vanilla and black ribbon, and then the little holly leaves and the little berries for that. And I made a little gift card that you could sign and go ahead and send with this. And then I put it in this box and I closed it with one of those little mini Velcros. Okay. So when you're using the Velcro, even though it's sticky, this one's not so bad. The one that has the little teeth, I guess, that one sticks pretty good to paper. But the other one that's soft feeling, I put a little glue on that because it seemed to always want to peel off with that. Okay. So we're going to make one like this tonight. However, mine is going to be different than what I show you than this one. The reason is, if you are the winner of tonight's cards, you will be getting the kit to put this box together. Everything will be cut for you, scored for you, and all you will have to do is
rewatch the video and put it together.
Watch the video, put it together, and do your stamping. And you can use any stamps that you want. Keep in mind that this also can be a treat box for other things. Probably hot chocolate would fit in here with one of your chocolate spoons. Cookies would fit in here, you know, homemade chocolate chip cookie or something. So anyway, that is what's going to be. It will be this kit. So everything that you see here, you will get to make your own card. All right. You'll just need to watch the video because I'm not going to write out the instructions for cutting this paper because, oh my goodness, I have had a terrible time with my scoreboard or my trimmer. I've cut paper when I've meant to score paper, and then I've scored it when I've meant to cut it. But anyway, you will be able to see this diagram, okay, this template. So I don't know if I don't think a package of popcorn will fit in it, Beverly. That one, I've got another pattern for a popcorn one, but I don't think this one it's not long enough to fit one in for popcorn. Okay, so this is the template. All right, so I would suggest when you get the kit, you will have this piece all cut out for you. I would suggest you make one yourself out of old paper and cut it out so that you have a diagram like this, okay, or a template like this. So I am going to show you how to score this paper because this is not hard. However, since I'm having issues with my trimmer and I'm cutting it instead of trimming it.
You don't know how many pieces of paper she's messed up.
Oh my goodness. Yes, a lot. Let me get my measurements here, my little notes. All right, so this paper measures 7 inches by 11 inches. Let me move this down just a little
There
bit.
you go.
Okay, ladies, I am going to wiggle my camera for just a bit because my scoreboard is not fitting on my desk, laying flat. Okay, there, it's pretty good there. All right. Along the 7-inch line, or the 7-inch, it still isn't. Let me see if I can do this.
There you go.
Okay.
Are you trying to get the inches at the top?
I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
okay,
the
you can
inches
see
at
it.
the top.
You can see
Okay.
it.
All right. You can also see my other stuff that's junky on my desk, but okay. And this is the white PVC pipe. That's my camera stand and my light stand. All right. So along the 7-inch side, you are going to score it at a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to use the big ball tip of my scoreboard. So a 1/2 inch and 1 1/4 inch. Okay, and you're going to do that on both sides. And I find that instead of trying to count over, it's just as easy to flip your paper around and do it at a 1/2 inch and 1 1/4 inches. Okay, so there we have those score lines. Now you're going to rotate it to the 11-inch side, and we're going to score it at 2 5/8. So every little tick line on your scoreboard is an 1/8. Now remember, if you're using your trimmer, it's every 2 tick marks is an 1/8, because there's a little tick mark and then a little bit bigger tick mark and then your 1/4 inch. Okay, so it's every 2 tick marks on your trimmer, but every 1 tick mark on your scoreboard. So we want 2 5/8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the little line right past my halfway mark. And I'm going to score it there. Then I'm going to score it at 3 3/8. 1, 2, 3. So it's the little line right past my 1/4 mark. We're going to rotate our paper again, and we're going to do the same thing. 2 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3 3/8. 1, 2, 3. So when you get finished scoring, you will have sections, 3 different sections, okay? Well, actually 5 if you count the little 1/2 inch marks, okay? All right. So like I said, this is going to be your kit, so you better pray I don't mess up. Otherwise, I'll have to cut a new piece of paper. I do need my spectacles for this, so get my purple flowered glasses.
That totally clash with the Christmas colors.
Yes, totally clash. Okay.
Just saying.
Now, what I usually do, because sometimes I do mess up, can you imagine that? So here is my template. I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to lay my template down on top of this. And I am going to draw a line wherever I'm going to cut that section off. Okay. And of course, it's gone a different color because I'm working with blue paper. So I'm going to cut here, here, and here. I'm going to cut here, 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 and here. Over here. Because you wouldn't believe, ladies, how many times I messed up this one project.
One cut every
One
time.
cut every time I would mess it up. It was unbelievable. All right. So now I know. You see, can you see those? I'll move that out of the way. Maybe my lighting will go back. Yes, it did. So I don't know if you can see my little pencil marks there. Can you see it? I can't see it on my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to start by cutting up, because this is going to be a tab. This, where this one X is, that's going to get cut off, but this is a tab, so we want to keep it. So we're going to cut all the way up to the second score line on both sides of that. We're going to rotate our paper, and we are going to cut all the way up to our second score line. I find, Karen, that I have to do that to visualize it. Otherwise, see, I almost cut off that tab. Almost, because I was talking. But now I need to cut off this little piece. So that's my one tab.
I think that's the tab you kept cutting off.
I know, it was. I kept cutting that tab off. I'm going to now cut this side up to the second score line, because I know that all gets, yes. One side you cut the tab off, the other side you don't, okay? So the bottom you keep the tab, the top you don't. So I'm cutting all of that section off, okay? But here, I want to keep that tab again. So we're going to cut up to the second score line. I'm sorry, to the first score line. Or I'd be doing it again. Cut up to the first score line. Rotate my paper and cut up now to the second score line. And that piece comes off. Okay, now we're going to cut up again to the second score line. And we're going to cut off this little extra tab right there. We don't want that. So your sister had knee surgery, huh, Terry? I tried to call you. I need you to give me a call sometime, girl, okay? Saturday I'll be in a Stampin' Up meeting all day, but I do need to talk to you. Okay, now I'm going to cut all the way up to that second score line, because this is the top of our box. And I'm going to cut all the way over to that second score line. Okay, and whenever I see that I have a possible extra little bit that I didn't get cut quite straight, I just kind of trim that up. You can kind of tell by your score lines. Okay, now we're going to miter these little tabs here by just cutting off a little bit of that. So you just kind of cut on an angle a little tiny bit. Okay. All right, let's bring our guide back in. So here we have our guide. So we now have, and you know what? I did the same thing I did earlier. Can you believe that? I cut my tabs the wrong direction. They were supposed to come out this way. It's not a big deal. It's an easy fix, okay? Instead of going one direction, they go another direction. All right. So then you will, so this is our bottom, this is our top. Now, because I don't know whoever is going to win this, I don't know if you have a corner rounder or not. Stampin' Up! Does not have a corner rounder anymore. So I can use a corner rounder that I do have. And I am going to corner round the top two corners, as well as these two little corners here. You might have to fold back so that you can actually get that into your corner rounder. And you don't have to round your corners if you don't want to, but it does make it look just really good and finished. I have a little section of my score line here showing, so we're going to trim that off. I know, Karen, I bet a lot of us do. Wonder who you got that from. All right, so now we have that corner rounded. Okay, so this is going to be your box, ladies, and I'm going to show you how to put it together. And these are all of the bits that you're going to get if you win tonight's cards. So comment, 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 okay? The other thing that we're going to make also is a little gift card. So this is just a piece of cardstock that is cut at 6 inches by 3 inches, scored at 3 inches. Matching designer series paper that is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. A piece of white to go on the inside. And then a scrap piece for you to do your little label with, okay? And it can be a circle. You can just cut a square. You don't even have to put one on there if you don't want to, okay? But anyway, you will get that. You will also get the ribbon, enough ribbon to tie around your box, and then your embellishment jewels, okay? This paper is cut at This is cut at 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and this is going to be placed on the back side of your box to finish it off. Then you will have 2 pieces of designer series paper that is 2 3/8. 1, 2, yeah, 2 3/8 by 4 1/4. So you have 2 of those. When you make this, keep in mind that your paper is going in landscape, okay? So you want to make sure that either it's a non-directional pattern or you remember to cut it in landscape form, all right? So one of these is going to be going on the top. So I am going to corner round the bottom 2 corners for you. Okay, so all of this is what you're going to be getting in your kit. These measurements will be out on my blog. Oh, Cherie, you're just an overachiever, aren't you? I haven't, well, I can't say I haven't started them. I started them 2 years ago. Never finished them. Okay, now I am not scoring and burnishing all of these score lines for you. So you will need to do that, ladies, when you get this kit, if you win. And I am just going to stick that down inside there so that you have all of your pieces for your kit. Now let's put one together. For the one that I'm doing tonight that I'm putting together, I am using discontinued paper because I didn't need the same exact gift box because I am planning on sending these out to Noah and his girlfriend. So I am using, yes, Hilda, make sure to tune in next week to see if you're the lucky winner. Now, I do have to say, if you are out of the country, if you are out of the United States, I will send you the project sheets for the cards because I can't send out the cards to other countries, but I can give you the tutorials for both of them. Okay, so and remember, if you do win, you need to send me your address so that I can mail them to you. Otherwise, I can't mail them to you. All right, so I am using some of that really pretty paper that we had a couple years ago. It was the cabin paper. I don't even remember the name of it. And my box is smoky slate. Okay, so as you can see, I did my tabs wrong.
Bring this back down so we can see your.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What you're making now.
Okay.
Or you have to move up.
Okay. Well, I don't want to move up, so I want to move this.
There you go.
Move this.
Not that far.
Not that far. This far.
There you go. That's
okay. Okay. All right. Nope. Not that far. Wait, did we back up? Good. 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 Okay. So as you notice, I did my tabs wrong on this one. See, I told you I'm not perfect, but that is okay because these tabs are still going to be glued to the sides. Okay, no big problem. All right, so let's put this card together because it is so easy. I am going to use glue, but before I do that, I am going to put my Terran tape on my yeah, I will tell you here in a minute, on my cardstock. So I know that my tear and tape has to go on each side of this. I just had my tear and tape. Oh, where did my tear and tape go? Did I not just have it out in a plastic bag? All right. So I am going to place tear and tape right here along the two bottom edges. That's not straight.
That's my tear and tape.
I know. Straight. Yes, Mary, it is 10 cards for the Christmas card swap for our class, our club class. Okay. The tape doesn't seem to want to tear for me very well with my nails, so I've just gotten into the habit of cutting it off. It gives me a straighter line anyway. Okay, but I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to burnish that tape on there so that it's good and stuck. Okay, there it is. All right, now what we're going to do is we are going to put a little bit of glue on our little tabs here. You know what? Back it up. We're going to lay our paper down first. That way we're not working with, so we're going to lay our paper down first. So this is where that one piece goes that measures that 2 3/8 by 4 1/4. So I've decided to use some of those pretty silver trees with the snowy background. And, oh, come here. There it is. And like I said, this paper is discontinued. Oh, come on now. Don't you be doing this to me.
Mine's been doing that too. Running off to the side.
I don't know. Yeah, but mine is not running off to the side. It's like, no, I got it. I've just, there we go. It was like it was, I don't know. I used it in a class last week and now it's screwed up.
Just play with it later.
All right. Don't you just hate that? I do. You have to be careful that you don't run the tape runners backwards. And I think that's what happened at a class. Okay, so I am going to lay this down here. A brightly shining light. Okay, so that's going to go, that's on my bottom. And now I'm going to fold my top piece over. And I've got another piece that I've got cut. And I kind of tried to cut it to where the tops of the trees kind of matched, or at least lined up a little bit so that it looked like that was just kind of continuing. I might have to just send it back, Dorothy, because it's okay. And for those of you that have filled a rewards card and you haven't yet told me what you want, please get in touch with me because I'd like to get those all taken care of and cleared off before the end of the year. Is that straight? Not quite. Let me peel that off of there.
Perfect.
I am. I didn't stick it down very hard. I already rounded my corners on this, so I kind of did all the pre-work beforehand. Okay. The last piece that's going to go on is our back piece. And why is that piece a little bit long? It's supposed to be 4 by 4 1/4. What do I have it cut at?
4 by 5 1/4.
No,
probably.
I don't think I got it cut that big, but oh, you know how why do I lose things like a
Now
paper
what do
trimmer?
you-
Oh, there it is. Found it. I can quit looking for it. You
are
know.
a hot mess.
So it is supposed to be 4 inches. Which way is it too long? I'm just a hot mess tonight, ladies. All right,
You didn't even
4
drink all your coffee.
inches. No, I'm still drinking on it. By 4 1/4. Well, 4 1/4 is not going to fit that. It did on my other one. So let's just give a look here. That's at 4 1/4. Well, it's got to be a 4 by 4. No, it's a 4 1/4. I cut it wrong, but that's okay. We are not sweating it, okay? Because this isn't the one you're getting anyway. And I don't think my grandson or his girlfriend is going to even notice. So we're just going to do some trimming and do some surgical card stuff here. So I'm going to make this 4 by 4 and we're going to call it good. So I'm going to cut off the snowflakes. You see, I don't get stressed anymore if I mess up on something because I just make it work. Okay, if I forget where I put my paper trimmer, it's on the side of my desk, ladies, not hanging up where it's supposed to be. Okay, so there is my back piece. And like I said, can't even tell that I messed it up, can you?
I'm 100% guaranteed that boy ain't going nuts.
Nope, they're not going to notice. They're just going to get so excited about getting to make their own little cake in a mug. I might have to send them a mug to go with this.
I don't know, that might get brought in the mail.
Not if I package it right.
Oh, with all that bubble wrap that we have.
Yes, I have been keeping bubble wrap now for 6 months, so I can send anything I want. Okay, so all of our paper is now laid down. Now we're going to glue our little tabs in. Oh, come on now. I didn't shut it in time. Little glue there. And a little glue there. We're going to close this up, making sure that your corners are nice and square. Okay, that's the secret to a good box. And just hold it there for a little bit so that that glue dries.
Be patient with it.
You have to be patient with it. Here's our other side.
Unlike when Dorothy gets a hold of it.
Pray that your paper's upright on the back, that you didn't put it on upside down. I kind of had a heart attack there thinking that I had the paper upside down. I don't, but I thought I did. Okay, so there is our tabs. Now what we're going to do is we are going to remove the paper backing from our tearing tape. And I would suggest doing this, releasing the paper at the same time, but only trying to lay one side down permanently at one time. Okay, so that if it needs to be moved, you can. So don't press it all the way down. See, I've just kind of lightly closed that to make sure that my sides are lined up, and they are. So now I'm going to lay it flat and take my bone folder and just kind of flatten it out so that that gets nice and attached. Okay, I'm going to fold up my glue so that it doesn't dry out, or cover my glue up, not fold up. I'm going to fold up my glue bottle. Okay, so now see how pretty that looks? I just love this box. So much that you could do with this box. So much, so much. Okay, let's do a little bit of stamping. We're going to use some Memento ink. And this gift card, I just used some scraps, okay? So I'm not even going to give you the measurements on this because I just kind of cut a piece of scrap and cut the paper to go with it and was done with it. I didn't worry about the size of it because, like I said, this is going out to my grandson. So here is the front piece. It's going to go on the top, on the front, and I'm going to put on here just for you.
Anna says she's loving it.
And I am going to stamp right on that paper because I can. I don't need anything extra. See there? Just for you. And we're going to attach that to our gift card base. This is a good way to use up some scraps, ladies. I believe that we should use what we have, even though I like to have more. But I have been hoarding this paper for a couple of years now. It's time I use it up and get rid of it so that I can get some new, right? Okay, so there is my outside. You could have stamped it on a little circle, but I thought, nah, I don't really want it on a circle. I wanted it just on that card. This is going to be the inside instead of a plain piece of white. And on here, I have the little Merry Christmas, and I just got ink all over my fingers. Let me get a baby wipe, because I will wind up with black all over my pretty smoky slate card. Okay.
Hilda says she might have that paper.
Yeah, you might. I tell you what, it was one of my favorite papers. It went with the log cabin set, and I love it. Okay, this little Merry Christmas is out of the cottage wreaths. So if you're wanting a very small Merry Christmas, this is a great set to have because it also has Hello, Grateful, Boo. I don't do Halloween, but we call my granddaughter Boo. So, and that just for you is out of the Charming Sentiments, which this does have a die that would cut it out. So I could have cut it out if I wanted to. Okay, so we're going to ink up our Merry Christmas, and I am going to just put that right over those snowflakes, those pretty silver dots, just like that. Cover this up because I will have it all over me. I know it. Okay. Ladies, I so enjoy spending this time with you on Thursdays. And I know that Thanksgiving comes on a Thursday. I probably won't be live unless y'all tell me that you want me to be, because we don't do much. But I will probably still record a video for that night so that you can, and I may even just post it so that, you know, as you got that turkey bacon in the oven and you got free time to sit down, you could watch. So there is my pretty little card. Now we're going to stick our, I'll tell you what, I just don't know where I've been. I don't know where I've been that I haven't found these. And they come 4 to a package, and they really weren't that expensive. Okay.
They were like $4.
Yeah.
It was 3 something.
Yeah, it wasn't expensive at all. Not
But they were on the bottom shelf.
Yeah, they were on the bottom shelf. Okay. And I kind of folded my packaging over, and I kind of laid out my frosting so that it would lay smooth, and I kind of folded my packaging over that way just so that it fits in there nice. Now it does bulge a little bit, but that's okay because it's all right that it bulges. All right. Now let's attach our little Velcro dot. So I have put mine together. We're going to cut one off. And these I got from
Hobby Lobby.
Yes, one of those stores, big box stores. You can find them. You can find bigger ones at the Dollar Tree, but I don't like the bigger ones as much as I like these little ones. But everybody has their own preference. So I am taking off the grippy one first, and I am kind of going to center it, but I don't always cut a straight line. So, all right, so this is measuring 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Half of 4 is 2.25. So right about there is where I'm going to place my dot. And now I'm going to put my grippy one back on. Okay, and I'm going to take off that paper, that plastic paper, and I'm going to apply a little bit of glue so that this will stick more so than just with that sticky back, because I have found that that does not always stick. Okay, then I'm just going to press that down and hold it for a little bit. Okay, and let that dry. Let it dry really good before you try to take the packaging apart. Now comes the pretty part. I am using some of our silver and white ribbon. Okay, now I wrapped it around this way on this one, but you could also wrap it around this way. As I say not to pull this open, I'm going to not follow my own directions. Okay, so you could fold it over like so, and you could even tie your bow this way. So either way that you'd want to tie your bow is good. Okay, going to get my handy dandy little tweezers here so that I can hold that for myself. And then I'm going to tie my bow. Yeah, I'm all thumbs tonight. Do any of you get that way, to be all thumbs sometimes, where it's just like, okay, I can't even think and comprehend what I'm supposed to be doing here? First of all, it's not tight enough. I have to have it tighter. I'm going to have to go this way. And then I'll mess with the bow after I get it done. So there's a little hint for you. Use your tweezers to hold your center of your ribbon so that it stays pretty well tight for you. And I left my ribbon on the spool. I find I don't waste as much that way. If I, come on now, I can't even grab that. I think my fingers are tired. I swept the yard yesterday. Finally, after I don't know how many years. Well, we've been here since 2005, and our yards are pretty good size, and we have lots of trees. And I hate fall because of the trees, because of all the leaves that fall, because it is a job to rake them or even blow them. So this year, my darling husband bought us a leaf sweeper. Oh my gosh, what a difference that made. Even though it was still kind of hard work, oh, I like that. The only thing that was really hard about it was taking and dumping the leaves in the back so that we can burn them when the wind's not high. Okay, I'm just messing with this bow right now so that it doesn't have that, I don't want that tail up above my loops. I want it down here. So I just got to get it to move where I want it and show it that I am the boss of this ribbon. There we go.
I am the boss.
I am the boss of this ribbon. And I can even, once I get this where I want it to be, I will put, I don't like that. So we're going to start again. And I think I am going to cut my ribbon off. Where's my scissors at? Okay. Because it just was not. In this acute box, I just love it. I just think it is so darling. And you can do so many different things with it. I mean, there's so many different little gift ideas that you could put in here. If you knew somebody that played cards, I think a deck of cards would fit in this. You know, there's lots of different ideas. Chocolate candy bars. There, now that's better. I can fix this one. Okay. And I just keep pulling my tails until I get the little size loops that I want. And then I can position it. Then I'm going to take me a little snot dot. I'm sorry, glue dot. Glue dot. I like snot dot better, but okay, fix that so that you can see that silver because that's what makes it so pretty. Okay, we're going to trim off our edges here just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit over here. And now that little bow is going to go right there in the center. And I am going to take a glue dot and stick it under that bow so that it stays where I want it to stay. Just like so. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Now for your little gift card, you can just kind of stick it up underneath your ribbon, or you could stick it on there with a dot. Oh my goodness. Someone is having a heart attack because I was working too far out of the camera. Sorry about that, ladies. I have to have me a square. Okay. So I think for this one, we are just going to stick it up inside here for right now. And I will decide what I'm going to do with it later. Okay. So that is our projects for tonight. I hope that you get some inspiration to make something special for someone special in your life. I am going to clean all of the stuff off because I want to show you some other projects that I have been working on this week. If you would like to have these demonstrated, leave me a comment, and that maybe could be arranged that I could do little short videos for some of these. All right. So Saturday, I'm going to a, it's like our Stampin' Up. It's on stage, and we're going to do a shoebox swap. So this is the card that I'm taking for everybody to make. So what do you think about that card? Do you like that? That's using that really glittery paper from the Oh Holy Night suite. And I love it on the navy. So that is my swap card. So I've got all of those cut for everybody to make. Okay.
They're loving it.
All right.
Very pretty.
Okay, what do you think, ladies? This is a box that I made. And then on the front of it, I have two of the leaves that were in that gold and pretty peacock paper. This is actually like a belly band, so it will come off of the box. And it will fit This is Moody Mauve. So the lid will come off. I promise you it does come off. I mean, it is paper, so I don't want to be too rough with it. And this is a candle that I purchased at Walmart the other day, one of the mainstay candles. So it's one of the round ones with the tin. So it fits inside of here. The other candles that will fit in here are the ones from Bath and Body Works. They're little jar candles. Those will fit in here. So if you would like to see this demonstrated, leave me a comment to demonstrate that. And then we're going to put the belly band back on here. And this is going to be a thank you gift to somebody.
So here's a thought.
Okay, what's your thought?
So how about we demonstrate these and just do a video next Thursday, but not send them out? They wouldn't get any, anything. Maybe that we could make them like a special card and send to them instead of.
Okay, we could do
winning
that.
The product,
yes,
the projects that
I could definitely demo these, and then just send you. I could send you the tutorials for them, and then you all can duplicate them yourself.
Yeah, a tutorial would be good.
Okay, so there is a little box. Now you could put anything that you wanted to in this box. I just seen that candle and I wanted to give that to somebody. So that will hold a candle, but it will also hold lots of little Hershey Kisses or whatever. So, okay, well, they're liking that idea, Dorothy. All right, ladies. Now, several years ago, I made miniature Kleenex box holders. Okay.
Several years.
It's been a long time ago. All right. So these little Kleenex boxes are $1, and they're at the Walmart in Camdenton. Now, I have not seen them at the Walmart in Osage, but in Camdenton, I have seen them. So I took and I've made a little cover box for this. So if you can find these little Kleenex boxes, this is not difficult to make at all. And I used some discontinued paper, some more of that paper that I hoarded. But I'm going to give these to some special friends of mine that I see a couple times a month. I don't want to mention names in case they're on here. They'll have to just keep guessing. They are, where did we find these at? In the
like
dollar?
In their,
we found them in their little, like
$5,
$5 up to $5 bins there. At the front of the store. That's where I found these at.
Sometimes Target has them.
Target used to have them. That's who I'd gotten them from before. Now I have made the full size Kleenex box covers. So I may work up a pattern for that because they're really cute at Christmas time to just kind of cover up your Kleenexes, and they're pretty sturdy. Okay. So that's another project. Let's see, what else have I done this week? I feel like I've done a lot. Oh, I've done something else, but I haven't got it completely finished yet. Those boxes of Kleenexes, Cherie, they're $1 a box. Okay. Now, of course, there's only like 40 Kleenexes, but it's not really to use the Kleenexes. It's more for decoration. I think. But you can. I mean, the Kleenexes.
But you
can
could
come
also
out.
make that box and just not put a hole in the top and use
Yes,
it for
you could make this
goodies.
same box and you could put little goodies in it. You could, when your Kleenexes are empty, you can leave the box in there and put candy in it, and then like suckers or something like that. But anyway, that's an idea. Let me show you my mug that I made when we did Audrey's painting class. I don't know if y'all can see this or not without me tipping it. It's got leaves. Is anybody else? I'm kind of glad that winter's here.
Oh, Charlene, I'm sure your cards look beautiful, girl.
Charlene, you have to understand me as a stamper. I have to try to do, what would you call it? My absolute hardest best that I can. Okay. So don't ever think that your cards are meh compared to mine. Do not compare yourself to anybody. I always, and you can ask any of my customers, I always try to outdo myself, especially with fun cards. I love fun fold cards. I love to do boxes and different trick things, but that's just me. Okay. So don't ever, ever compare yourself with anybody because everybody has their own style and their own way of doing stuff. And so anything that I can make that's simple, that's great for me because then that kind of gets me out of my comfort zone because I'm doing something that's more simple. Okay. So it's all good, girl. I'm anxious to do your card because I really like what it looked like. Okay.
Barbara Steely Fowles on YouTube says they're awesome boxes, and yes, please. So I think they've come. They like the whole.
They like the idea that I will
put it
just
together,
demonstrate it.
and you
Okay.
give them a tutorial. Or
Okay.
give them a tutorial.
I can do that. We will do that for next week.
Because we can record it and then they can watch it when they're
Yes.
putting their turkey in the oven.
Well, that's next week's not Thanksgiving.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, well, we're doing it for Thanksgiving, not next
We will
week.
we will do that for Thanksgiving. How about that, ladies? I will make videos of how to put these different projects together, and I probably have a few more. So and then we'll run it as a Thanksgiving Day special. Okay. So I will post it early in the morning on Thanksgiving, and I might even pop in to the YouTube channel so that we can do a premiere where I would be chatting with you. Okay. No special time. We're just going to kind of pop in and out. Okay. Because even the parades have gotten boring to me. I don't know. There's too much talking by the commentators
And dancing.
and too much dancing. And I never get to see the floats that I want to see. I don't know about y'all. But anyway. All right. So tomorrow, which would be our coffee and chat, I have to cancel because I have a 9 o'clock appointment and there is no way I will be back by 10 for our coffee and chat.
And I have to go get Audrey.
And Dorothy has to go up to Jeff to get Audrey. So we're not going to have coffee and chat tomorrow.
Barbara's from New Zealand.
New Zealand. Wow. Well, Barbara, definitely you watch and I will have the tutorials so that I can send you those. And if you happen to be the winner for the cards tonight, you will get the tutorials for those as well, since I can't send them to you in New Zealand. I wished I could. I don't know what the postage would cost me, but I don't think we can. So, all right. So, ladies, I will let y'all go. You all have a great weekend. If you have a family member that is a veteran, thank them for me.
Thank you.
For their service. Because without our veterans, we would not be here as a country. So thank you all, ladies, for joining me tonight. I'm so glad that you did. And we will see you back next Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time because we're no longer in daylight time. I will do that, Cherie. I will thank Chuck for his service and thank Noah for his. So, all right, everybody. Bye. You guys have a great weekend. Be safe.